Hello guys, Brandon Carey here, and today we are going to continue our adventures with Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. Now when we last left off, we had just crossed the lava tube after Daxter got thrown into a vat of dark eco and turned into that thing on our arm. And we hit the rock village. Yeah, Otzel, exactly.
What are you two doing here? You have power cells to collect. Leave me alone until you have them.
Oh, okay.
Anyone at all? Come in.
Yeah, like it's an orange like otter weasel hybrid Otzel. Also, I did go back to Misty Island and got the last Precursor Orbs. I have a screenshot of where I found them in case anyone needs to know it, but I don't think anyone does because it's not really that important. So as of right now, we are all caught up. Actually, that's a good idea. Let's keep annoying him. I wonder if he has any more extra dialogue. Maybe he doesn't. Well, we can at least double check. Oh no, he's gone. He's just gone. Oh well. But now we are here. Someone ransacked the Blue Sage's lab. Got a monster on the loose. He's bombarding the village with boulders. Big boulders. So Townsville is in trouble. And we can't really do anything about that, so we're gonna just collect shit instead. And hope that our collecting shit solves the problem. If it doesn't, that's someone else's fault.
Find out why the Blue Sage disappeared, you're going to need to collect 45 power cells to fuel his machine. Go get them.
45 power cells. We already have 35, so we just need 10 more.
Beware of the dark light, for it has twisted the fate of one of you. Bring me 120 Precursor Orbs for each power cell I contain.
It's kind of funny that the first Oracle is so well hidden, but that one is literally right there. Oh, this is one of the challenging little mini challenges that are in the game for a couple Precursor Orbs. Mr. Basin, that's so worthwhile. But the challenge is to get all the way over there before this blue eco runs out, so we can actually get the
Hang in there, little ones.
so we can get that over there. We were just a little bit shy. I think if we do it this time, we should get it. Like it's fairly precise, and it's only worth a couple of orbs. But if you're going for 100%, which we are for this run. You do need all of them, so let's get all of them. There we go. We got it. And we got the archaeologist here to talk to as well. She's a good character. Well, she gives us shit.
You two look like a couple of capable fellows. I've got a research project going, and maybe you could help me out.
Hey, we're the ones on a big quest here. We asked you for help.
Well, perhaps we can help each other. I've been studying the burrowing habits of lightning moles in the Precursor Basin next to our village for years. But now those awful lurkers have scared the moles to the surface. And since they're blind as bats, they can't find their way back underground. If you could herd them back into their burrowing tunnels, you might just save their lives. I've got a power cell that says you can do it.
Yeah, lightning moles. We care. Maybe for 2 power cells.
I like this
Nice
little
try.
haggling.
But I would be willing to part with another power cell if you two find me 90 precursor orbs for my research equipment. Fair enough?
Let's take your green eco while we're here. But yes, I will take that trade.
Oh, you have the orbs. Here's a power cell we agreed upon.
Because I got the orbs now, I might as well spend them. I've not got much else to do with them aside from spending them on orbs. Or on power cells. It's free green eco, just sitting here. I want to talk to you again. You're not going to tell me anything new. Basically, any other village, this place is more like a hub for you to go and talk to people and get stuff. Now there is another one of these orbs that we absolutely have to get. This guy here.
Oh, my aching head.
Hey, that's one of your vital organs. Walk it up, tough guy.
Oh, sure, I was tough once. Maybe even the toughest of them all. I single-handedly defended this village from those horrid creatures for almost a year. Then
Good for
that
you.
horrible
Good for you,
monster
buddy.
arrived and commenced the boulder bombardment. So, full of valor, armor shining in the sun, I climbed the hill to take him on.
It's actually decent
But
voice
he
acting.
pounded me like one tenderizes a yakkow steak.
Have you tried attacking him with your melodrama? Cause it's killing me.
After my last stunning failure, he sealed the passageway to his roost with a 30-ton boulder, leaving no way for anyone to challenge him again. So, our sage, a master of blue eco, and a mechanical genius, devised a machine capable of lifting the boulder out of the way! But alas, he disappeared before we had a chance to turn it on. And he took all of his power cells with him. At least I was able to pull enough pontoons out of our bridge to prevent that monster from coming down here to do me harm.
Yeah, good job, tough guy. But we're gonna need you to put him back and stuff.
Oh,
Yes.
sure. And seal my doom?
Why do you think this monster cares about
All right.
you specifically? You're a nobody.
Bring me 90 precursor orbs and I'll let the pontoons loose. But I'm not going to fight that monster again.
Good for you. I don't want you to. You're kind of useless. Give me a power cell.
Wonderful. You brought me the precursor orbs. All right. I'll fix the bridge. But don't ask me to get involved with that creature again.
I don't. Just set the pontoons loose. Thank you. Stop whining. I don't actually say you're gonna get a power cell out of that, but you do. Just go with it. Because this is the only way the game has to track your progress, is with these power cells. I'm only gonna come here to pick up the orbs. I don't actually want to go this way yet. And oh, well, I guess we'll get the scout fly while we're here too. I don't like leaving things unfinished if I can avoid it. Which, you know, I guess that's a little ironic considering what I did during the last stream, but literally the moment the stream kicked off, finished off, I went back to town and got those remaining 3 orbs. It took me like 10 minutes afterwards. It didn't take that much longer as I was going to. Nope. Nope, no shark. No shark. Shark, no sharking. It's bad. Bad mojo.
Wow, what are the odds of moving to a town under attack? Oh, no, not another hero. I lost my shorts on this so-called hero's
He
big fight
literally
against the
lost his
monster up there.
shorts.
Trust me, the smart money's on the monster. That wager pretty much tapped me out. So, I got a proposal. Bring me 90 orbs to get me back on my feet and out of this barrel, and I'll give you a power cell in return. And if you're game, I do have one more bet online. My big comeback. Beat the record time racing Dead Man's Gorge in the Precursor Basin, and I'll get a pretty payoff. For that, I'll give you another power cell.
You ever wonder why he doesn't just sell the power cells he has to get the money to get pants? Well, I guess that's what he's doing for the 90 Precursor Orbs, but surely someone else aside from us is willing to purchase these, right? Unless we're the only people purchasing power cells around here. But you know, that's valid. Now, we are going to leave this a little incomplete. Oh, you know, we could talk to Kira before we, because she would tell us about this place, but I'm already here. I don't feel like going back. So we're going to, because Kira will tell us this is like a lost Precursor temple where people were trying to figure out how to bring one of its chambers to the surface. And we can swim in this water because it's shallow. This coral reef basically protects us from the sharks attacking us. So, she tells us about this level and a challenge to raise one of the chambers to the surface, and we're going to do just that. It's also one of the easiest ones to get out of the way before we... Oh, no! Man, you... While we're doing this chamber thing. I don't want to see this kind of shit in my chat. So we're going to just ban you. Bye. Bye-bye. And now we are free to enter the Lost Precursor City, which is basically Atlantis. This is basically Atlantis. But Atlantis is cool. It's a good movie. You haven't seen it yet, you should see it. It's a good movie. Don't watch the sequel, though. The sequel's bad, but the original movie was good. Also, yes, the music in this area is really good. I like the atmosphere of this level quite a bit. Oh, bye. Oh. In. Knocking you down. Pushing you out. Yes, Atlantis Disney movie. Atlantis, the one with Michael J. Fox. Oh! Not a fan? That's fair. I can respect that. I'm gonna come back here. Blue. No, 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 no. That's bad. Okay, this is bad. Oh well. I rewatched Atlantis, the Disney movie, pretty recently, and actually it holds up fairly well. Like it's not one of the best movies Disney's ever made, but it's still really solid. Oh, okay, I just missed. That's fine. That's fine. No biggie. And it's hard to think of like a lost, sunken city without Atlantis being the first thing to come to mind. kind of wish you didn't see the whole cutscene each time. Oh my god. I think those guys out again, so... Oh, no! No, 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 no! So let's come up here. Or just die. Yep, just die. That works too. Perfectly valid, perfectly fine. I swear I'm good at video games. It's not a lie. I can do them. I can do video games. And that platform comes this way, so we don't need it. And that leads to the next chamber. Oh, you hit me. Oh, come on. That's bullshit. Oh well. Let me get another checkpoint soon. Well, we already got this chamber is now done, so we don't have to worry about coming back here. Get more orbs. I thought it would take less time to go back than it actually did. That was my goof. At least now we can just come up here and start this section. Oh wow, it goes right over the first battle orb. Right over, wow, okay. Yep, I'm getting it, that's okay. Still have 2 health left. So, there's nothing down there. Oh no, there's stuff down here. Oh, nothing worthwhile, but that's good to know. So this is an interesting gimmick with this level, is these 2 platforms. Basically, they are connected platforms that you can use to kind of, not float in the air, but make translational movement in different directions. So when you step on one pad, the other one will necessarily have to move. So that gimmick is something we'll be using a lot in this level, to move around and traverse different areas. Like here, for example. This platform lets us traverse this entire area. And when it hits something, it starts moving in the other direction. Now the reason, and now we had to set this up because there's a little gimmick to this area, this particular chamber. So you see how that green platform over there, in this green chamber over here, they are connected. So because we've positioned our platform properly, we can collect that style fly before it gets swooped back up into the tube. And there are 2 other similar chambers in this area. Oh, is it not? Okay. We're literally not in a position where it can move. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, there's a timer. There's a timer on the Scoutflies, and the timer, like the timer noise, is not great in this game. So now you see there, that's a red button. So oh no, that's the wrong button. I fucked up. Oh, I gotta hurry. Oh, we did get it though. Yeah, roll with it sometimes. Getting down a lot easier than getting back up was. Daxter is a rock star. He's the funny man. Oh, that must have been. This must be the blue platform. That does not look blue. Where did my platform go? Why is it back there? Well, we can at least try. I don't think I'm gonna make it, but nope, not gonna make it. That's okay though. Now I'm curious what this Rico cluster is for. Okay. Oh, don't give me that failure music. Fuck you, game. That's what that blue eco cluster is. Take my platform from me and then whine that I fucked something up. No, that's your fault, game. You did that. Or not. Oh well, try again. This time we'll get it. I already got most of the Scoutflies in this area too. Holy shit. And I see those Precursor Orbs down there. We'll get those. We'll get those for sure. This should be plenty, yeah. There we go. Got the orbs. Now to get the next Scoutfly, one that we're missing. Another. Swing over. This should be, yes, this is perfect. That should be a blue button. I don't know why it's red, but that should be blue. I wonder if that's a trick or if that's just an issue. I'd have to go back and replay the PS2 version and see if that's a graphical glitch or something. But it could be intended. It's hard to tell. These three orbs are the last thing in this chamber. So we'll probably move on in this point. Let's see what's over here. Oh look, a little power cell right in the middle. One for us. Oh, why back here? At least say us where the power cell was at. That's a little annoying. Actually, I wonder if I can just roll. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, that should be all the orbs in this area. Yeah, you see the spikes coming out of these guys, means you gotta dive kick them. Or dive on them. So we will do just that. Pretty sure that whirlpool is safe, it's not electricity, but I'm not really prepared to make that risk. So we have a couple of, we have a choice of directions. This is, I think, this chamber is a dead end. So we'll take this one. Yeah, that's only dangerous because of the... Oh, there's not a dead end. That's actually probably... We might have to go the other way after this. No! Yeah, that was bad. At least you got us here. So let's go this way instead. Okay, this... Okay, I know where this is. We should be good, actually.
How about we take it easy on those hot pipes?
Shut up, Daxter. Oh, come the fuck on. Okay, so this is like... If you've played Spyro the Dragon, you recognize this puzzle, and I use the term puzzle very loosely. The solution is obviously to find a path where you can jump on all the stones and light them up. It's not a very complicated task, but it is a kind of a classic platforming puzzle or challenge, or not puzzle, a challenge. Probably more accurate to call this. Just like unlocking the Sunny Flight in Spyro 1. Nothing too fancy. We are now at 40 power cells. I forgot that the levels start to get longer after the first one, so these levels might start taking a while. We might actually be in... Oh no, we shouldn't take this long. Take that. There's not that many levels in each. Oh, okay.
I'll say something really teary at the funeral, like, "Oh, I gotta get Chief back now!"
I think there's only, like, they're long levels, because they're big and linear, or big and non-linear, but there are multiple levels, like, there are fewer levels than you would be in, like, a Jak game, or a Crash game. Like, I think there's, like, 3 stages in this hub world. Like, there's the temple, and then there's the basin, and then the bite. So it's just those 3, and then the transition level. Also, I enjoy the death scenes in this game quite a bit. They inject some much needed character into the game. Like Daxter himself, Daxter does a lot of work of setting up and keeping the team. Like Daxter's role in making sure in being the funny man really does help a lot. Giving the game some character. Since Jak doesn't talk, you need that guy pulling. Okay, I'm just gonna die, I guess. Before he
Do me a favor and keep away from those darkies.
Because I need to get the orbs, so it's worth done. And since life is not a thing, or lives aren't a thing, I can just die as much as I want.
Trust me, those dark eco boxes are bad news.
There you go. There's a blue eco vent, very, very handy. Ah, yeah, ouchie, ouch, but it's fine. Not a big deal. Power all of these orbs, all these nodules. Pretty sure that's the last one. There we go. Now, this is the level exit. This is one of the few levels where it has a discrete exit in it that's separate from the entrance. And we are not taking it right now because we still have things to do in this area. So we've unlocked it, but we're not going to use it just yet. Let me just check up here to see if we have anything we need to... Oh, this is not a steppy step. No, we're good. So we're gonna keep going. This should be the last scout flight. Yeah. That's the 7th scout fly. Where are we at in terms of... Okay, we only got a couple left. Oh. This eco should help us pick up some of these orbs while it's still here. Good so far. That's making sure I can die quickly. Alright, good. Good, we're good. I think that was all the this is a cool challenge.
I got a bad feeling about this.
You got a power cell.
Jak! Run! The dark eco is rising!
But the dark eco is rising, and if it touches us, we're dead, so we need to keep on the move. So we got the match the platform colors. Okay, so reset complex. Okay, that was the orb we just got. Now we need to complete this challenge. Another power cell at the top of this silo. Yeah, this is a good like chase music or ambush music, and they use it a couple times in the game, and it's pretty good every time they do. I agree, actually. Part 2, yes. Trying not to die. Last orb. Should have a power cell waiting for us here. Yeah, here we go. Now I think all we gotta do is raise the chamber at the top and we've completed this area. Yeah, we just got that last orb from the chamber. We gotta come down here and then close the level out and we're good. One down. Power cell is actually not in the temple itself. We're bringing it. Well, it is a temple. We're bringing it up with us. So we have to go up once we're finished and pick it up, and that will count towards Lost Precursor Temple, not Rock Village. It's similar to the power cell with the mayor and the power lines. You get the power cell in the village, but technically it counts towards the level you did the challenge in, not the
Wow! You raised a piece of the underwater ruins to the surface. It seems you can use eco in ways we've never seen before. A power cell surfaced with the room. Climb up there and get it.
I will. It's a very convenient stepping stone outcropping here. That's a good animation. The animation for the Precursor for the power cells is really, really nice. And that is the end of the Lost Precursor City. We got one more scout flight to find as well. But pretty sure if my memory is correct, I know where it is. We have one more scout flight here in the Rock Village to find the power cell. We have enough money. We can also probably talk to the gambler and the geologist and get those power cells too up here. Technically, we could just end this hub now and move on, but I've never been one to do that. So we're gonna talk to you and get your power cell.
Oh yeah! These orbs will help me win my way back out of this barrel. Here's the power cell, I promise.
Don't ask where that came from. Just don't ask. I don't know if I want to know.
I just stand out and move on.
Just saying. As far as I can tell, he has no pants under that barrel. So, there's a compartment in that barrel that I'm not aware of. Oof. I guess you're the only one I have left. So yeah, I guess we'll buy one of yours.
Another power cell for your quest.
Yes, he is in fact sneaky. Yep, here's the last house. So now we are done with Rock Village's hub. And we got 2 levels left. One of them has a little bit of a cool gimmick. I like it. here in the Precursor Basin. The gimmick here is that the level is played 100% with the A-grab zoomer. There is no playing this on foot.
I've said it before, I'll say it again.
That was unceremonious. So everything in this level has to be doable with the zoomer. You do.
That's one of those flying lurkers. He might have a power cell.
Good to know. Gotcha. Let's get back up here. Get the scuffly and some of these orbs Now here's an interesting challenge. I don't remember actually liking these all that much, but we're gonna do them anyway.
One ring down, a bunch to go.
Is we gotta get all of the rings in order, and each one, after we get it, there's a time limit between when we can start doing the next one. Not paying attention. That can happen, and you get screwed. Oh, no. No, bad. Okay, we are still good, I think. Oh no! Fuck. This one's the more generous of the two. Come on. Turning in the zoomer is not great. We are still good. Last one. Oh no! This one. There's still more? It's a little excessive, don't you think? There we go. And that is the purple ring challenge. There's also a blue ring challenge we will have to do as well. And that one is much harder. I remember struggling quite a bit with that when I was young. God, I hate these lurkers. These take such tricky paths. Oh no! Come on, I had you. Go around. No, that didn't work at all. It's like a shot. There we go, gotcha. Challenge. This is one that Samos would tell us about. The green sage. If we talked to him, we didn't. So he didn't tell us about it. These are dark eco-infected plants that can be cured with a green eco solution, which happens to be a green eco vent here. The green eco is the color of healing. Basically have to run over all of them, keep any one of them alive, or any one of them uncured, they will start to regrow. So the challenge is more or less take care of all of them before they have a chance to completely repopulate. It's not a difficult challenge, but it can take a couple of goes. Like you turn your back and they start going like fucking weeds. At least they tend to be clustered together, so if you take care of a cluster, it becomes easier to deal with the remainder. All of them. I know what you're thinking. If Green Eco can cure Dark Eco, why don't we just use it on Daxter? The question is, shut up. And the answer is shut up. I don't want to hear your opinion.
You keep on impressing me. But then maybe it's just because I've got low expectations. Okay, your moment of gloating is over. Get on with it.
The answer to why don't they just use Green Eco to cure Daxter is shut up. That's the actual answer. And conveniently, that eco event also means that we have a infinite, like, access to reusable infinite health that we can just get whenever we want, whenever we need it. If I ever need to top off for my health, I can just come back here, get myself back to full health, and we're all good to go. So I will probably be in no real danger during this level. Orbs. Well, the thing is, like, since Green Eco can cure these plants, the question is, then why don't we use the Green Eco to cure Daxter? The game doesn't bother explaining because the answer is shut up. I don't want to answer that question. It doesn't have to. That honestly doesn't really matter because this is a platformer. That would, the actual answer is that would just validate the game. And we want you to have fun playing the game and doing platforming. Come up here and just make sure we get the orb part of this done, because I think we're going to have to come here for the rings anyway later. But I don't want to have to try to get the orbs and the rings at the same time. Yeah, you see the ring challenge starts by dropping down from that little outcropping there. Oh, missed that. Missed that. So I'm going to try this one more time. Power cell. Sitting there for us to take. Nice. Making some progress. We got 11 orbs left to find. So we're making good progress. No, most of the power cell. It's got a scout fly to find, but that can. Oh. She's got nothing.
Hurry! There's the next ring!
So this is the blue ring challenge, and this one's going to be a little harder. There's not really a whole lot of forgiveness here. Fuck up one, you probably don't. So the question is, where did that... Oh, that's where it went. Yep, weird run. That's okay, though. Try again.
through each ring before they turn off.
Not gonna give me the sound of failure. Now you want to, game. Now you want to. Okay, I appreciate you putting it back. It's slower here that we can get the remaining orbs. Pretty sure. Nope. Okay, there's that one there, and then there's the one over there, and that should be all the orbs we have. There we go. I guess focus at that point on the power cells. I think you're the last flying lurker I have to kill. Coming for you. Coming for you. There's another power cell in our possession. Catch as catch can.
Good flying! Those lurkers were no match for your zoomer. That's one more power cell.
And that's the last precursor orb. So now we've just got the rings, the record time, and the lightning bolts. We should be all done. Yeah. Record time, the moles, and the precursor ring. They should be done this level. So it actually didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. So I guess the fact that you're on the zoomer for this level does kind of make it go by quickly. Also, we could end up spending 10 plus minutes on this blue ring challenge. I'm not even joking. It's tough. I think, yeah, this one. Yep, I fucked this one up. Okay, we're good. We're not out of this yet. It's easy to accidentally touch the pad. Or jump over. Oh no! Don't do that! Here. More rings. Oh boy. This, I hate when they spawn it so far away that you don't know where you have to actually, like, look around to find it. This isn't as unforgiving as I was afraid it was going to be. Where did the ring, where, okay. I see you, don't close. No! See, that's the bullshit I hate when they do this, is like, oh, you couldn't see the ring from where you were? I guess you fucked up. No. That you just forced me to spend time looking. That's all. You just forced me to spend another attempt. It's not clever. Oh. We'll do this again. Start from the beginning. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? Oh, okay. Sure, game. Sure. It doesn't help that, like, the walk, the drive of shame to get back up there is also... It's like, okay, we're gonna spend all this time going back up here because we couldn't just start the ring challenge in a place that's more convenient. Yeah, the dum-dum is like, that's just salt in the wound. That's just salt in the wound. Come for you later like the lulls. In fact, actually, if you fuck this up, I might just come for you now to get you out of the way. Really get you out of my way. At least you're only in that quadrant, or that section of the map. There we go, got it. Okay. I thought I missed it for a second there. And let's get you We're gonna do that whole thing again. I think that was the last ring, too. Oh, fuck. That's annoying. You're a child, you should be watching this. Go fuck off to your mother out there. This stream is not for kids, YouTube. When I upload this, it's gonna see not for kids, because it's not for kids. Fuck your children. They're probably smelly. That's not true. I actually like kids quite a bit. Kids are cool. It's just I don't want them watching my stream. I don't want them here. I get to use the F-bomb if the kids aren't here. And I love the F-bomb. You know, maybe this challenge isn't as hard as I imagine. I might just suck. That's also possible. I might be bad at video games. I might not do the video games too well. Jump. There! That was the last ring. We got the power cell. I got the Blues trophy unlocked. Alright, so... I don't know where the fuck he... Oh, I know where the time challenge is. Right around here. Yes, this is it. I gotta get to the end in 45 seconds or less. And we will win. Well, not... Like, literally less than 45 seconds. So, guys, let's do this. The time is actually very generous. Big mistakes, and you'll be fine if you just drive. Like, the timing is actually not a huge deal. See, we didn't really...
We beat the record time!
We didn't really have to focus too hard on that. Oh, you're just gonna walk away? Okay. This is all we have left to do here. Ignore these lightning bolts into the burrow, just like that. Basically, they're blind as bats, but the zoomer scares them, so you use the zoomer to chase them into the hole. No, bad mole, bad mole. The zoomer is good. This is actually like the zoomer controls very, very nicely. Oh, come on! You literally walked over it. Okay. This guy's fucking with me. He's being a bitch. You're being a little shit. I'm gonna take care of you. I want to take care of you. Remember? There we go.
Let's go get our power cell from the geologist.
There we go. Now we're done. We just gotta talk to some people. Give me my power cell.
Thank you for saving those moles. That's awfully good of you. Here's a power cell to help you out. Now I can get back to my research.
Good for you, research lady. You gave us stuff, which makes you okay. 55. 6th orb. Let's talk to the gambler and get our due recompense. Oh, you know what? We should probably go and talk to the oracle as well and get our orb from him for having money.
Now I can get back to my research.
Oh, no, she is a geologist. Botanists study plants.
I offer you a power cell.
Geologists study like the earth. Or she's more of a biologist actually. If she's studying lightning bolts, actually you're right. She's not a botanist, but she's more of a biologist. Because botany is the study of plants. Like I'm a botanist in FF14. I just leveled up a botanist at level 73. That's a day. That's just gathering plants.
Oh, great moves, kid.
But I guess you're right. She's more of a biologist
Now here's your power
or
cell.
or a vet. No, the plant quest was given to us by Samos. She was the one who gave us the lightning mole quest. If we talked to the Green Sage would have given us the quest to cure the plants. But she's the one that gives us the lightning mole quest. So she's more of a biologist. You're right. She's probably not a geologist, but more of a biologist. See, we could talk to Kira and move on, but that would involve skipping an entire level. And no, we're not going to do that. Nope. Bye. We're going to the bayou. Or the boggy swamp. This place taps for green and black mana. This is a new type of eco, which is basically the essence of gun. Yellow eco is essence of gun. There's a new technique. Crushing that box is a little feature we'll get to later. But this is our introduction to the last color of eco. Yes, yellow eco turns you into Goku. It lets you shoot energy beams out of your hands. It gives you Super Saiyan powers. And I found in my experience that jumping in the air for some reason gives your yellow eco homing abilities. And I am not about to complain about that. Nope, that's a mistake. You can also use yellow eco to break dark eco boxes from a safe distance. We're going to use that pad first. We're going to use this energy to safely acquire these orbs. And here... There's nothing here. There's nothing over here. I like the eco powers in Jak 1. It's kind of like the masks in It's About Time, where like just having them there lets you spice up the gameplay when you need something of variety, without forcing the player to like always have that power in their disposal. Like stuff like this, platformers tend to need those kinds of like change-ups, those kinds of ability to temporarily give you a skill that you just don't have otherwise. Because without them, the base kit does start to grow stale. There's not much you can do about that. That's just like the nature of people. People start to get bored at the same thing over and over again. So the eco powers provide a nice little adjustment for that. Variety is indeed the spice of life. I couldn't say it better myself, to be Christ. There is a little trick at this level. We talked to Samos before coming here. He would have told us that the lurkers are using a Zeppelin. That Zeppelin up there. To try to pull a part for a Precursor robot out of the bayou. And if we want to prevent that from happening, we have to destroy all of the tethers to that Zeppelin. Each one of them is worth a power cell, so we are going to go for them. Naturally. There we go. Gotcha. And that is the first of 4 tethers we just unmoored from the Zeppelin. We've got 3 left and 3 more power cells to get for this task. Eco, fucker. There we go. Oh, never mind. We gotta go back to return to the Orbs, but at least we didn't do the set too far back. And it's always nice to sit in a pool in like every cluster of yellow eco. The eco respawn once it runs out, so you can just sit in a cluster of yellow eco and just fire forever. See if there's anything else here. Looks like no. Okay, we're good. So we're gonna go back. Nice to take advantage of that principle in one challenge. We'll leave that in a second. So first things first, use yellow eco to break all the crates. And then use blue eco to pick them up. Pick up the orbs. I like the creakiness of the wooden floors. Yeah, there we go. I love health. Health is good. This is the first time we've actually used the traverse the what do you call those? The spin mechanics. You spin over, like spin around on a
Only
wooden
two more tethers.
pole. You call that? I forget. For some reason, I am not. My brain is not recalling what the name of that move is. I don't know what's going on there. Oh well. I'm sure it'll come to me at some point. So far we've unmoored 2 tethers to the Zeppelin. Yeah, Jak's got moves. Jak has got moves that cannot be. Take care of these things before they become an actual problem. These crates. Got magical yellow homing power. Left in this area. No, we've still got the lion's share. That's okay though. Okay. Get the scout fly while we're here. Could just go this way, but that's fine. Those orbs. Just got 20 orbs left to get this level. This is where we need a yellow eco fountain. Conveniently, we have one over here. Lurker ambush.
Look out, Jak! It's an ambush!
Here comes the music. Immediately they give us yellow eco. Make this whole fight easier. Basically, once we defeat all of them, fight should end. Perfect. First try. And that's free power cell. And you see perfect view of the Precursor robot part that we are trying to prevent the lurkers from getting access to by breaking the towers to the Zeppelin. And while we are here, I have to use this platform as oh, another tether. That's 3 down, 1 left to go.
That dirigible's barely hanging on. Let's find the last tether.
There we go. We can get more power cells. Hell yes. Oh, I see crates. Okay. Hate frogs. Let me use yellow eco down around here. Where's the yellow eco?
Hey, there's the flip-flap.
You know, I've never actually... I presume if we don't save the Flut, this thing doesn't show up. But I've never avoided saving it. I've always saved it before I got here. So I genuinely don't know if that's the case. One day I should see if the Flut is here, even if I don't save it in Sentinel Beach. Because I presume that's the case, but I don't actually know. It seems like it would make sense, because it's not really necessary to get the tethers to Zeppelin or any power cells in this level. And they do that with the eco vents, where you need to get the cell for hitting the blue eco switch in order to unlock blue eco vents across the world. Use this Flut, who is basically Yoshi. But it's a very mobile animal that we step on. You heard me correctly. I did not stutter. Oh, and I know that guy. We're gonna talk to him in a second. That guy down there. He's important. He's the secret special thing we will get to later. Got the power cell from the Flut.
Good work. Aren't you guys happy you saved our little Flut friend? She may come in handy again sometime. Now, go back to the trans pad, and I'll bring her home.
Alright, you do that, Kira. I don't need her anymore anyway. I got what I wanted from her. Got... Okay, 2 more cells, and then the... Okay, we got 1 more tether. Okay, I know where the remaining cells are in this level. Precursor Orbs. Yeah, it's a good bird. It's a useful bird. She is kind. She's kind to us. This smells.
Howdy, friends. Enjoying my beautiful swamp? I own these here parts. Everything that doesn't sink into the mud, that is.
Judging by the smell, I'd wager your bathtub sank in the mud long ago.
What's a bathtub?
What's a bathtub?
Anyway, I got bigger problems now. Seems some nasty lurker varmints are grousing about, snatching everything they can get their grubby little paws on, and scaring away my pet hip hog, Farley. He's been missing for nigh on to a coon's age. I've been putting out his favorite snack. Those ornery swamp rats keep stealing them. If you could keep those pesky critters away long enough, I just know Farley will smell them vitals and come back. Will you help me out?
Sure.
Good. Those rats will be back any time. Shoot all them rats. And keep them from eating at least one of them snacks.
There's actually nothing to this. You just spam the way this challenge works is that they force you into goggle mode, and Jak is standing on top of the yellow eco cluster. So you will never run out of yellow and eco. So you just basically keep shooting forever. This is not a hard challenge. all you do is just, you gotta remember to never stop shooting. Always shoot, always fire your yellow. And it should not be terribly. But there is some mild tracking with yellow eco, so you don't need to be entirely accurate either. It's weird that the challenge ends if the rats eat a single snack. But that, whatever. Next wave. It's also weird that, like, the lurkers don't really have a reason to steal the pig's snacks. So this is kind of like, it's weird that lurkers are, like, responsible for everything, but it's also like they're the bad guys of this, so it makes sense. Also, conveniently, they give you a second before they eat the snacks.
Well, fry my hide! You sure know how to shoot. Thanks a heap for the help.
So even if they do get to the snack, you have a second to kill them before they eat it. Yeah, you see, basically they sit you here, and because of the way eco works, once you run out, you get more, and so that's how they do this challenge. They just sit you in this area and just let you keep shooting with the yellow eco cluster that never runs out. Once you run out of the yellow eco, the cluster respawns. So you just pick it up again. And I just do that infinitely. It's always fun to see those little tricks that designers pull to make a challenge work. This feels really good, doing this compared to all these dark eco boxes. So you can safely collect everything here. Should be almost wrapped up, I think. Okay, we have 23 orbs left. That's not a low number, but that's not a bad sign either. I see orbs in the water. I see boxes in the water. You know what that means. You gotta shoot them, then grab them. Almost done. We're almost done. This one we actually have to climb up there before we blow it up. There we go. And that's the last tether to the Zeppelin. Goodbye, robot. The lead Zeppelin. Also be left Zeppelin.
Your uncle would be proud. That was a giant arm from a Precursor robot. I've never seen one in such good condition. I can't imagine what the lurkers wanted with it, but we sure didn't want them to get it. If you keep this success up, nah, you'll still fall short of hero. But keep trying. It's endearing.
Got another power cell for our troubles. I think that's all the power cells here in the swamp. Yeah, we just got, like, this point 6 more orbs to collect, and then we will take a detour back to the Oracle to buy his last power cell. Deimos is the character from Jak 3. The Sage is Samos with an S. Samos, like sane. But yeah, he is he's the grumpy old man in this game. That's basically absolutely 100%. But you know what? This is the blocks we broke earlier. Got it. We're done. We're done. Let's swing back the Oracle, pick up our power cell, and then we will proceed on to the third stage. Well, there's also a transition level. There's Mountain Pass to take care of first. But then, we will proceed with the next stage. But yeah, Damos is an ass, but... Alright, I fucked up. Eat me. You did it. You hate me. Oh, we're back up here. That makes things that's convenient. I feel like a lot of the checkpoints in this game are oddly placed. Also, you get the dynamic of the old man who really hate. Oh, we already bought the power cell. Oops, I forgot we did that. My bad. I just means we gotta head over here. So you get this dynamic of, like, Kira is the girlfriend. Well, not really girlfriend, but kind of sort of girlfriend that's in love with you, and her old man hates you. You get that dynamic with the two of them, and it's a tale as old as time.
Great! You have the cells for the machine. They ought to provide enough power to lift that boulder. There we go. Now be careful facing that monster lurker at the top.
Wait!
Is she Pamela Anderson with the brain?
Jak,
Oh.
I think you're ready to handle that monster without me.
Oh, really heroic of you.
We just finished the second hub world, Kelly. Thank you for joining. Also, this beam doesn't kill you, but you do get knocked back when you touch it. Oh, I see, you must have missed it when talking about from the Crash Bandicoot, LPs, you know, Christ. Remember that Naughty Dog made Crash Bandicoot and Jak and Daxter, and if you listen to old dev interviews about Crash 1, developers describe Tawna as, and I quote, Pamela Anderson but with a brain. Which, now that I said it out loud, is basically what they did with Kira 2. Or they, like, and probably more successfully with Kira, because Kira actually does shit, whereas Tawna just kind of gets kidnapped in the beginning and you don't ever see her again. And that's what Kelly in the chat was joking about. That's a great start to a boss fight. Alright, and since the hero is going to face this creature again, I guess we are. Oh, look! Not going to use his arms to smash us or pick us up or anything. Just going to, just going to launch boulders. Alright, he's got his first hit done. We're just gonna run back. Also, by the way, if this was real lava, we would be dead. Just from the heat. Just being next to something this hot is lethal. Oh boy. Okay. That was... My bad. There we go. This is not a difficult boss fight. It's mostly just doing the things you already know how to do. And guess what? In this round 3, he'll be launching boulders even faster. Also, congratulations for him for learning how to survive lava. Yeah, this is an old PS2 video game boss. Nothing to see here. Didn't expect to get this on my first try, though. It's the old Shigeru Miyamoto, 3 times and you're done, kind of thing. Oh yeah, Claw's his name, that's why the trophy is
Village are
declawed.
breathing a collective sigh of relief. But there's no time to celebrate. Use your zoomer to navigate the mountain pass up ahead. Be careful. It looks like the lurkers have rigged the whole pass with explosives. When you reach the volcanic crater, be sure to visit the Red Sage's lab and activate the teleport gate so that Father and I can join you.
Yeah, so we just got the mountain pass power cell for defeating Claw. And you see the lurkers.
Oh my! Those lurkers must be headed for a detonator at the end of the canyon. If they reach it before you do, they'll blow up the entire pass. You gotta beat them there and destroy the detonator, or it's all over.
I mean, you heard her. It's pretty classic. You gotta beat the bad guys to the end of the level, or they will blow up the level and kill you. And it is an instant fail. Like if you get a game over if they beat you. Also, any of those detonators is lethal. If you touch any of the dynamite, it will kill you just straight out. You'll go from full health to dead. Interesting question you asked in the chat, whether, because during this era, did Sony own the rights to Crash Bandicoot still, or did Activision already own it? And the question itself is actually flawed. Because if we're technically speaking, Sony never owned Crash Bandicoot or Spyro. They were owned by Vivendi. They were just using the license. Sony never technically owned either franchise, ever. Sony was publishing the games, which is why they were on the PlayStation, but Sony never once owned those franchises. They were always third party. Very technically third party, but still third party. Which is why, like technically, Activision never purchased the Crash license. Vivendi owned it, and Vivendi bought Activision. So Activision just kind of acquired it by the transitive property of copyright law. Bye.
We did it! We stopped them from blowing up the pass!
We'll get the power cell. Yes, they were run by Universal Interactive Studios Productions, which then became Vivendi.
Good work! You beat them to the detonator!
That's correct,
The Red
Price.
Sage's lab is just ahead. Go turn on the teleport gate so we can join you.
Great. First, I'm gonna go back and collect the shit I missed. Oh, they don't start me up. Okay, we'll have to go back the old-fashioned way then. That's fine. But yeah, like Crash and Spyro were mascots for Sony, because they were the publishers for those games. But they never once owned those properties. That is a very common misconception. I can understand why you would think it. It's just not true.
Oh, fuck, I always wonder if I'm losing body parts in those things. Holy yakkow! The Red Sage's lab looks worse than the Blues.
Well, it definitely looks as though there's been a struggle here.
I'd hardly call it struggle. Would you, dear sister?
Certainly not. The Red Sage gave up with so little effort. No fun at all.
Gall? Is that you? You've finally gone off the deep end, eh? And Maya, I told you the Dark Eco would affect you both. Nobody ever listens to old Samos.
Yes, he is the Dark Sage. He's the Sage of Dark Eco.
Don't worry about your colorful friends, you old fool. They're perfectly safe in our citadel. Our special guests.
They have graciously agreed to help us on a little project.
You were wrong, Samos. Dark Eco can be controlled. We've learned its secrets, and now we can reshape the world to our liking.
You can't control Dark Eco by itself. Even the Precursors.
Until now, we've had to scrape by with what little Dark Eco we could find near the surface. But soon, we will have access to the vast stores of Dark Eco hidden deep underground.
Not the silos.
Yes, the silos. They will be opened, and all the Dark Eco of the world will be ours.
But that's impossible. Only a Precursor robot.
Oh, don't look so upset, Samos. We've got big plans for you.
Wait a minute! That was Gall? The same Gall who's supposed to change me back? Gall is the guy trying to kill us? I'm doomed.
We may all be doomed. If they open the silos, the Dark Eco will twist and destroy everything it touches. We simply must get to their citadel to stop them.
The fastest
Your
way
beard
there
is clipping.
is through the lava tube at the bottom of this crater.
Your beard is clipping through your
A few more
body.
power cells and your Zoomer heat shield should get you across the lava safely.
All right, my boy. You know what to do. Take the flea bag and go round up more power cells.
His beard's clipping through his body. Alright, before we do that, though, we're gonna go back to the Blue Sage's hut. Yeah, I mean, the problem. You're right, Kelly. None of the PS2 stuff aged particularly well. That's not true. I think this game looks good, just almost despite its age. Okay, we're gonna do this because I'm dumb. But yeah, some of the animation work. You do see the occasional artifact of the old age. This was back before Naughty Dog had access to PS3 and PS4 hardware. Before we had Uncharted, Drake's Fortune. And you notice this is also particularly early PS2. You notice as the games go on, you get into Jak 2 and Jak 3. Daxter and Jak and all the characters start looking better even in cutscene. Like this, part of the reason this looks a little off is that it's not just PS2, it's early PS2. This is one of the first games I remember getting for the PS2. When I got my copy. Back in 2001, remember, this game is 20 years old. We talked about this before in the first episode, but Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy, this one we're playing right now, it's a 20-year-old game. It's like that meme, Final Fantasy 20 years ago in your head, and it's like the 8-bit era Final Fantasy 20 years ago. Actually, it's FF10. FF10 is like a 20-year-old game. So is this. Like these were the genre-defined, like the system-defining titles at the time. And so, like, part of the reason, like, you're right that some of Dax's expressions do look a little dated. Partly because at the time that they made this, they were still trying to get used to what the PS2 could even do. I think Majora's Mask is actually too old from 20 years ago. I'd have to Google that. But if that was the 64 era, I think Majora's Mask is actually over 20 years ago. Come back later because we need to deal with this, but I never like leaving things that I can pick up. I always have to get them all if I can. I believe this should be our last 5 Orbs. There we go. That's the not pass. You were 6 when this came out? Fuck. So you're just like slightly younger than me then, because I'm 27 years old. I turned 28 in May, so we were roughly the same age then. Yeah, I was a little kid in elementary school when I played this game. Oh, your birthday's also in May. Nice. Nice. Hell yeah. Also, welcome to the chat. Oh, I hear a scout fly. Oh, it's probably on the other side of this. There you go. I found you. Just gotta get the camera to cooperate with me. See what we can do before we wrap up. We got 20 minutes left. We should be able to get a couple things done.
We've got to save the other sages. Hey guys, keep collecting power cells. They're the key to continuing our journey north.
I believe the threshold for this area is 72 power cells, and we already have 68. So we're in a good position.
Great balls of eco. There seems to be a large lurker presence in the spider caves.
Great. Sounds like a real cheery place. Let me guess. There are spiders in the spider caves, right?
Of course there are spiders in spider caves. But that's the least of your problems. The lurkers are after crystals of concentrated dark eco. You've got to destroy the crystals before those monsters get their hands on them. Up to it!
Yes, we do, I guess. Or some other challenge. If we got enough, we could buy a ton of power cells. Here are the prospectors.
Hey, Gordon, I think we got visitors.
You think, Willard? Howdy, strangers. Passing through? Us too. Well, we gotta be moving on. Nothing to see here.
I thought you said this was a priceless gem worth...
Willard!
Actually, we want power cells, not gems.
We got 4 of them. You want them?
What Birdbrain here is trying to say is, we may have a few power cells laying around, and we might be willing to part with them for 90 orbs each.
Where have I heard that before? Hey, how do you two geniuses expect to get that big gem out
I
of here
wonder.
anyway?
Well, smarty pants, we got 12 more years of digging to figure that out.
Gordy, wouldn't it take less time if you dug too?
I wonder if this is like a Spyro reference, where like because they're trying to get gems.
Oh, all right.
I might be reading too much into
There's
that
a
though. They
power
might just
cell
be
for
like
those
greedy
orbs.
prospectors. Which, fair. I'm a level 78 minor or 73 minor in FF14.
Oh, all right already. Here's a power cell for those orbs of yours.
This is called asset reuse.
Oh, all right already. Here's a power
Oh,
cell
there
for
was a
those
level supposed to be here that they ran out of time to do. Okay, that actually makes sense.
Oh, yeah, I got it this time. Here's
a power cell.
Bird brain and hothead. I like. You're right.
That's it. You're clean.
You're right. Holy
No
shit! I've never
more
noticed that, and I've played this game
power
for
cells.
so many times. I like that the power cell doesn't poop up until they say the word power cell. I kind of like that. They like the power cell's like, no. I'm gonna wait until you say my name, and then I'm going to do the poofy thing. And now technically we have the 72 we need to advance the story, but we're going to finish this area. We're not gonna just leave. That would be dumb. We got power cells and orbs to find. Yeah, Mark Cerny, right? He helped with Spyro, he helped with Jak, he helped with a lot of
Within its
stuff.
flame, the answers reside. You can gain my power cells by bringing 120 Precursor Orbs for each.
He's also the architect of the PS4, and he invented the best game on PS4. Fucking Kelly beat me to it. Yes, Knack. Yes, he is the guy who created Knack, and more importantly, Knack 2.
I've reactivated the gondola. It can take you to Snowy Mountain. Use it whenever you want.
I believe like there's a power threshold we need to unlock before we get to Snowy Mountain, but we already have it because we've been judicious in getting all the power cells and levels we've been playing.
Hey guys, by my calculations, it's going to take 72 power cells to fuel and heat you against the lava on the way to Gaul and Maya's Citadel.
Let's just get these precursor orbs. We should, yeah, we have 19 more. We'll come back for that scout fly. I did see it though. Don't you worry. We need one more scout fly after these two. We'll get those orbs in a return trip. Right, I do want to get the scout fly. I do like the level design in Spyro 1 and like how it's used to tell like a tale of the Dragonlands. That is pretty cool stuff. Also, Spyro 2 and 3. I'm a real big fan of Spyro 2 more than any others. I think we're not going to go to Spyro Caves just yet. Although, do keep in mind we have a crate up there that we need to deal with at some point. I played Reignited. I wouldn't say it ruined Spyro. I'm not entirely sure I agree. I do agree that there are some interpretations that I don't fully jive with. But I don't know if I agree. I think Spyro 3 is kind of where I got annoyed with it. Like, particularly, we've streamed this series before. We streamed the whole Reignited trilogy. I did not like Bianca's new design particularly. Or not Bianca, Sheila from Spyro 3. I didn't like the direction they went with that character. I wouldn't say it ruined it. It's definitely it's a new interpretation of the game. Lava tube is here. We're not going to go in because that's progress to the next hub world. We've got 10 minutes left, so we're probably not gonna finish it. But let's start what is probably my favorite level in this game. So we'll start and we'll probably finish it next stream. This is my favorite level in Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy. This is Snowy Mountain. Also, like, technically there's no load times, but this is very clearly a load time, just in disguise. Like, that was the thing that a lot of PS2 games did, was like, oh, we have no load times, but you actually did. You just hid them pretty well. This is a Mass Effect elevator, is what we just went through. So a little thing about this area is that these lurkers will not stop spawning. They spawn infinitely. You cannot kill them. So you're gonna have to learn to live with them if you want to survive in Snowy Mountain. I can't tell if you're joking when you say you like hit low times. I actually don't mind them personally. But I'm also like I am okay with just a regular low time. I don't really have a preference either way. I can do either one. You need to drop down because you roll and you miss the one in the middle. Yeah, like the thing. Talked about this in the first stream. The thing that this game does well is that it was one of the earlier PS2 games to sell the idea of a continuous world. Come on! Why aren't you like accepting my inputs? I definitely double jumped that. I might as well just fall. It's faster. Okay, I guess we do have to roll that one. That's fine. So yeah, I believe that guy when he's spiked, he is lethal, but otherwise you can just kill him. I love the music in this area. This is a good OST. But we're actually getting to a good point where I can show off one of the cool things that Jak and Daxter did. It's might be a good place to something to do before, like, make sure we get it done before I end the stream. I do want to show it off, and if it takes a few minutes longer, so be it. Not a big deal. Ready for power boost. Let's do this. Stronger attacks. Be ready to break his shield. Yeah, this is not the particular place I'm looking to show off, but we're getting there. Yeah, I actually agree with you guys. I have no, like, there is a weird hatred for the for load times, both like not like the hidden load times and actual load times, that I don't entirely understand. But I think, like, obviously it's great if you can get performance and avoid load times, but I think people get a little too obsessed with it, if that makes sense. Like, because load times usually aren't, like, even then, like, aren't that long. You can, like, wait a few seconds before a level shows up. It's not a big deal. Oh, I remember the Jak 2, the Red Eco gun. Yeah, that's a powerful. That's a killer. We'll come back for this. Let's look around. I actually do want to make sure I show something. Oh yeah, this is icy, so you gotta. You were doing the skate thing. You know, when I was a kid, I was actually really good at ice skating without roller skates. I had a pretty good balance. I have since lost that ability, but I had it. Red Gunner shoots race around him and throw him back to Red Eco. Oh yes! Yes, I do remember this actually. Yeah, I do remember that ability. It's been a while since I played Jak 3 though. This is a good place to show off, actually. Even though it's icy, it's a little risky. Oh no! Whoops. Okay. There we go. So I talked about this in the first stream. Something that Jak and Daxter did really cool was sell this illusion of a full world that you could walk from the beginning of the game to the final boss without a single load time. And Preston in the chat already mentioned it. That over there, that is Gull and Maya Citadel. That's the final level in the game. You can see it from Snowy Mountain because we're very high up. And if you look backwards, you can see the Forbidden Temple from the beginning. You can see the Zeppelin from the Boggy Swamp. Like, you see these landmarks that denote places you are going to and places you've been. And this doesn't seem really like this might not seem like a big deal now because we're in the modern era and like that's just something that you do. But back in the PS2 era, this was a big deal. This was like they very successfully sold that illusion. Obviously, those aren't the actual levels. Those are just assets that are made to resemble them from a distance. But just the fact that they took that time to make those assets and sell this contiguousness of world, that's really impressive. Obviously, like, given what we know about My Dog now, it's difficult not to think about crunch culture and how that might have allowed them to do something like that. because this was the era where like you made a game in a year or 2 years. Like game dev was short in this era of gaming history. But it's really, really cool that you have that sense of continuity, that like you can just take it is technically possible to take a walk from the beginning of the game to the end. It is totally possible. It's totally legitimately something you can do, and that's really cool. I like the Eco gives us extra reach we need to take care of these Dark Eco boxes. This is not really an ambush area, but done. Start. Yes, we got the trophy. But that is for me one of the most impressive things this game did, is just making the world a fully fleshed out place that you could explore from top to bottom. That is by far the coolest thing that Jak and Daxter does. And it's not quite as impressive in the later games, but here they really do a good job of selling that. Can go over here. I don't think we'll actually do this. I won't actually do it, but we can over here. This is a roll jump. Yeah. This is not what I think it is. Oh, you mean the alley power cell animation? Yeah, I like that one too. That's a pretty good. That's a good animation. I need Ready Go to kill this guy. There's a vent when you need one. There's a vent when you need one. Oh, you got me. Still good. Let's take care of these. I think these are the last of these platforms we need to close. Okay, we'll just go right past you, I guess. There we go. Gotcha. We're close to time, but there is one more thing I want to do before we head out, just to make sure we don't have to do it. Because we killed 2 of those guys. There's a total of 3, so we should try to find that last one and kill him before wrapping up. Or we can just... Actually, we'll probably just stop for now, and we'll pick this up next week.
Better you than me.
But this has been... we're 74%, so we should be able to wrap up next week. This will be a 3-parter then total, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. That's what I expected for Jak and Daxter 1. Thank you all for joining. This has been a very, very fun stream. I love when people show up and just like we just talk and bullshit over old games like this. This is one of the perks of doing this for funs. So thank you all for joining. Remember to wear a mask, social distance, wash your hands, get vaccinated if you can. Everyone in the US should be eligible for vaccine at this point, so if you can get a vaccine, please do it. Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, and all lives cannot matter until Black and trans lives matter. So until next time, take care, have a great day, and next week we will wrap up Jak and Daxter. Even if it takes us a little longer than usual, we will finish up by the time the stream is over. On Wednesday, a new elusive target is going to come out in Hitman 3, so we're going to be playing that. And we were going to finish off the Greed escalation contract as well. That will be the plan on Wednesday, and on Saturday, of course, we will conclude Jak and Daxter. But until then, have a great evening, and I will see you guys next time.